Hey guys, this is Reed here. I'm doing a video on my Apple II. This is going to be about ADT Pro. First off, let me apologize for the low lighting. It's rather hard to film the CRT for this computer, so we're going to make do the best we can. So what ADT Pro does is it allows for you to take standard Apple software, download it from the internet, and put it on one standard floppy drive. Just by simply hooking up your computer, your modern computer that is, to the Apple II's cassette ports. I detailed it more on the website for you guys to see, but here it goes for you. Okay, so what you're going to do is download ADT Pro from the links that I provided. And once you do that, launch the application. And then you're going to hit Control Reset on the Apple II. Now you'll notice that the cursor, the Apple IIe at the top disappeared. It might say something different depending on the model you have. Anyway, it disappeared from the top, and now you have a closed bracket with a blinking cursor. What this means is that your Apple II has entered machine language mode. Basically meaning that it will take binary code and other such things. So, okay, you're going to go down to your modern PC. Let's zoom in a little on that. Oops, let me just a second. You're going to click on bootstrapping, ProDOS. You're going to click Send ADT Pro Audio Client. It's going to come up with a box, and it'll say something to the effect of call-151, and you'll hit enter, and it'll say 800.462.DR. It might say something different, just really depends, so let me just enter that quick. Call-151. So what that did, and now you see the cursor has changed to an asterisk. It tells the Apple to listen on its cassette ports. What's the second? 8.4.6.2.DR. What you also want to make sure of, I already made the mistake, is notice that my caps lock is down. You want the letters to be capitalized. Earlier Apple models did not support shifts or caps lock. So it was a relatively new thing for the IIe. Anyway, so I'm going to hit enter. And then I'm going to hit OK down here. And this is going to send the data. So this is going to take a few seconds. So I'm going to do a jump cut. And we're going to hope for the best. And we're back. ProDOS looks to have sent successfully, which is great. So now we get to send our audio client. And to do that, we have to tell it to reference memory space and G. I can get that to focus. Focus. Push enter. And then there we go. ProDOS 8 version 1.9, 16th of July 1990. etc., etc. Okay. Next, I'm going to send asterisk is back. Send audio client. So I have to call a give me just a alright. Call. Oops, one moment. Call 151. And that's going to tell it, hang on a moment. Now if you look, that's sending. So I'm going to do a jump cut while it does that. Be right back. Alright, so we're back. And it looks to have loaded. So give me just a second. The laptop is telling me I need to enter 800G. 800G. Let's push enter. And there we have it. ADT Pro. You can make any number of discs with this program. What we're going to do first, for the first time, so we're going to go, we're going to insert that floppy, and then we're going to, okay, hold on a second. Let me just push OK down here. We're going to push receive. Actually, escape cancels. I'll push D for dir. Oh, escape cancels. Let me just a second here. Actually, you know what I want to do before that? I'm going to format our disk. And it found RAM. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Anyway, the top one is RAM. The bottom one's coming up as I/O error. Which I will take that to mean that is our disk. So I'm going to go with a volume name of blank for now. Ready to format, yes. And you'll hear that glorious sound. And there we go. She's running, and I hope everyone can hear that. Format another. No, thank you. Okay. So now, hold on a moment. I'm going to go onto my computer. I'm going to go into disks. I'm going to push send. Actually, escape. Receive. AD. Escape. I'm going to pause this. Okay, we're back again, having figured some stuff out. So the receive command, if I leave that file name blank, waiting for host reply. Boom. I don't know if you can see here. Now you can. That is everything in my ADT Pro directory. No, on mine it's the D drive because I have a spinning drive. I modify often, and I have a solid state drive, which I try not to use for things I'm going to write over frequently. So anything like this, I'm going to use the spinning drive for. So, what you're going to do is you're going to go down to ET Pro 2.00 disk. It actually is at the top. And you're going to push return or enter. It's going to wait for host reply. And then it's going to ask, where do I want it? Top one is RAM, which I have highlighted. And the bottom one says blank, which is the one I just formatted. So we're going to press enter. And receiving block 4 of 280. It's not a very big file. It usually receives these in blocks, and I'll show you. In small blocks, basically what it thinks the computer can handle in its RAM, and then it writes it over to the drive. I'm going to jump cut in a little bit, but I'm just going to let it go through its process here for a few. 20. A very slow process, but it gets the job done. How else are you going to get software unless you're going to go and buy everything from eBay? And really, most stuff for the Apple II has been declared freeware at this point, so there's really no reason to do that. I mean, there is a reason. Collectability, but not everyone can afford that. And there's a lot of decent homebrew stuff that's come out in the last few years that doesn't even receive a release to disk anymore. Anyway, we're at 32 of 280. If you've noticed here, I'm not actually using the stock Apple monitor. I'm actually using a monitor that I got for free. Just because I wanted it to be in color. And with the Apple, you really don't need anything too fancy. And there it goes. See? It receives a bit, and then it writes a bit. Anyway, folks, we're going to jump cut with that. So once all that finishes, you will have a successfully bootable version of ADT Pro. You'll still need the program on your computer, but it'll be less of a hassle to get it started. Just simply insert the drive, close the drive, and then ProDOS, welcome to ADT Pro. It comes up with this menu. Please select your connection type. Serial, which is the top. And actually, now it's focusing. Look at that. Audio, Ethernet, or quit. Not sure why there's a quit. Try that later. I don't know what you would do beyond resetting the computer after you quit. So you go back to audio. Starting ProAudio.bind. Okay, so we're back at this menu. We're going to receive a game on disk. I'm going to do another jump cut, and we'll be right back to show you that. We're back with another floppy disk here. Now, you're not going to believe the game I have, and I won't spoil it for you. So what you're going to do is you take ADT Pro disk, you store it away again, and then you take your new disk, pop it in, shut the drive, I'm going to tap Format. I'm going to scan the drives. I'm going to take that moment. It's doing that. My ADT Pro disk back into, or it's safe. Always keep your disk safe. And as always, I/O error for an unformatted disk. Blank volume name, okay. Ready to format? Yes. And that'll crunch some numbers for a few seconds while it sets this up to be a viable disk. Format another. Oh, thank you. Usually, I'll do them all in one foul swoop. Foul swoop? Foul swoop. When I got like a whole bunch, like a program with 3, 4, 5 disks. Anyway, we're going to go back to receive. Press return. Waiting for host to reply. And then you got your disk. We're going to go down to Flapple. You notice there's a few different formats of disks that you can use. I might do a video about the differences later, but for now, push enter. And then tell it the destination, which defaults to the blank disk. And then starts writing 280 blocks. So we're going to do another jump cut, and we'll be back shortly. Actually, this one might be coming faster. Anyway, we will be back. It's complete. Press A key to continue. Okay. Now I wonder, if I press quit, what does it do? Ugh. Return, select, tab, escape back. Just, I don't know. I might research into further what screen I actually ended up on. Anyway, suppose it is time for the moment you've all been waiting for. So what game did I burn onto disk? We'll see if I can get it to start without having to hard power the machine. ProDOS version 8. Anyone who's had a cell phone over the last year probably recognizes this. Because sometimes when retro computer hands get this bored, imagine how many lines of code they had to cut down to make it fit on a floppy disk. In these graphics, no less. Oh, look, I made another high score. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. Signing off.